you think we're like drifting close to a supernova or something?
You got me.
Well, maybe we're not just stuck on the skin of reality. Maybe we're kind of drifting around it. I don't know.
Do we still have the ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there was that much left. Probably not enough for everyone. What's
Nothing.
No, come on, you can't just go and then make a pregnant pause straight after it and not.
Who's pregnant?
It's not me.
Let's get some ice cream. Let's get some ice cream.
Well, as I say, there's not that much.
Ah.
Well, I could probably get enough for one of you.
That'd be me.
Or I tell you what. Okay, so each of you give me your best cases for what you want for the ice cream, and then whoever gives me the best reason why you should have the last of the ice cream can have it.
I'd have it because it would make me feel cool.
Can you up that?
I'd have it because you're the bestest friend ever. And good friends look after friends.
It's a tie. Somebody's going to have to do one better. I mean.
Is that a fight?
We could try.
Maybe movie.
Yay! For once, I wasn't involved in some ludicrous children's game.
You should join. It's a good game.
Three-way. No.
It's not a three-way again?
That was last time.
Right.
Hello, welcome back. This is, once again, Maybe Movies. My name is Max.
My name is Sam.
And I'm Chris.
And we're up to week 3 and Act 2 of Snakes at 37,000 feet.
Wee-oo.
Thank you, as always, for stopping by and joining us. If you are new to the channel, then please do the usual. Throw us a like, throw us a sub, and throw us sausage in a hole.
Feed us now.
Before we jump into Act 2, very quickly, just a quick reminder. So this is a 4-show month, so I will be putting our poll for the month will be going out with whatever's going up on Wednesday next week, which will probably be movies, actually. But yeah, look for our poll on our social media. Best place to find it will be on our Twitter page, on the Zadrum Twitter page. I don't seem to be able to put it on Facebook. I have tried, but the Facebook groups, they don't allow you to put polls.
Oh, that's... Boo.
Yes, so fuck you, Facebook.
Fuck you, Facebook.
But if you have got LinkedIn, then look for my page, Max Rudd, on LinkedIn, and it'll be on there as well. And I will run it on Instagram, but I'll leave that till the end of the week. Last thing as well is just a quick shout out, and this is for, again, another one of our recent supporters. This is for a channel called 4A.
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 4A. 4A.
4A.
Yeah. Again, new friend from Discord as well. So it's another gaming channel.
Hello.
Predominantly sort of horror gaming channel and other interesting content.
So you dare do the things I dare not do. Bravo to you.
But yeah, he's... sorry, I don't know the guy's name, but I know he's Swedish.
4A.
4A. We're just going to call you 4A from now on.
4A.
4A.
Thank you, buddy, for checking us out and for supporting us. And obviously we will be around to do likewise to your home. Your virtual home.
But he said, but thank you.
We have waves of cold and waves of snakes.
Yes. Well,
Above the waves. Oh.
What are you thinking?
well, I'm thinking that we're probably going to start off exactly the way the act starts off on Snakes on the Plane. Let's start with the Mile High Club and work our way from there.
I agree.
So you've got that. Don't look at me like that. Stop it. Look over there. Oh, okay, look anywhere else. Just.
We've got a lascivious Lin Shay oogling the door of doom.
This coincides with Sheila reciting the Black Mass at the other end of the plane.
Of course it does, yes.
And the snake's kind of making their way through.
Starts to kill everybody.
Not yet. We're about to get to that.
Oh.
When it comes through the hole, while he's going into the hole.
The thing with the lady, yeah.
Yes.
What he said.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did wonder, because again, obviously, with that bit, you've got the snakes moving through the plane. No, I suppose it wouldn't. I was a bit worried that because there's other people moving around a lot more because of what's happening with Sheila, that somebody might spot the snakes sooner because they're moving, but they're up the front of the plane.
Mm.
So it works. It works because everybody else at the back will be locked in because of the turbulence.
So there's a brief distraction from Sheila as she mutters her words.
Yes.
And we get that little scene with Shatner and everything listening to her. Mm-hmm. And then, what is it that kicks off the snakes attacking?
So the first thing that happens is you get the one, which is the Mile High Club bit. That's the first attack, isn't it?
Yes, that's the first attack.
Then the next thing that kicks it off is when the captain goes down because they knock out the autonomics, don't they?
That's right, yeah, the avionics go down.
So in this case then I suppose it will be the engineer who goes down and gets killed.
Yes.
So we've still got Chuck Connors and Rick.
Yes, because we need them.
Yeah, so he goes down into the thing, he gets killed.
Has a heart attack.
Yeah. So what about then if we, again, coincide Chuck Connors going, right, we're going to do a 180. That's when the autonomics go out.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes down, he gets killed. And then the wind kind of, once it gets everything working again, then the wind lets up. And they can keep going.
Right, okay.
But that shakes that because that's when he knocks the stuff and all of the air masks drop down, don't they? And that's when the snakes come in.
Yes, it's something gets knocked. I can't remember what gets knocked.
No, it's Rick spots the snake that comes out of the dashboard.
That's right, he slaps it.
He slaps it and he knocks some of the controls, which releases all of the air masks.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's going
to stay all the same.
Yes.
Then we get chaos. And now we have to decide who lives and who dies.
See, at this point, I'm like, well, surely most of our main cast. I'm not sure. I mean, like, Barney could go at a time like this, possibly. But I feel like we'd want to save that for a more...
I think we need a more heroic kind of moment.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that it's another opportunity to run through that conflict with him and 3Gs later on when 3Gs is kind of freaking out.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Whereas obviously you've got Barney there keeping a level head.
So let's just let it play out the way it does in Snakes on a Plane. So a large majority of people we haven't really seen before
die.
With a couple of people that we have seen die. I
did wonder when the snake, because obviously we replaced the little boy with the little girl from Horror.
Yes.
Which I thought was really nice. I hadn't noticed it before when we said it last time. Because they're both blonde.
Yes,
so
I thought that's why I thought it worked.
Resembles innocence.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought maybe when the snake bites her on the arm, it like takes two strikes. The first strike hits the doll.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like to sort of, because of what happens to the doll and the other and stuff like that, yeah.
And then it goes again and again gets her on the arm. What about this idea then, so that we have most of the people rushing towards the front, but you get some people heading towards the back because that's where the cold is. And the snakes are moving away from that, so you get like a pocket of people at the back as well.
Okay, right, okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So who are you thinking?
I was wondering because I'm
kind of feeling like the kids should be back there.
The kids should be back there, so they can be more panicked about where the kids are.
Yeah.
I thought maybe Mercedes and the dog go back there because when the karate guy comes to save, or the kickboxing guy comes to save her, they're kind of quite near the back, so it's closer for them to get to the back.
Of course it is, yeah. Damn you, spider fans. So they run to the back, everybody else runs to the front, they start building a little barricade like they were doing in the main movie.
Yeah.
Right, so the people at the back are safe from the snakes, but not safe from everything else.
No, because you'll start getting that moss start growing on the walls and stuff.
I'm feeling actually like we should maybe have one of the stewardesses back there as well. Maybe.
Yeah, we've got spares.
We do. Yes, we do. We have 6 instead of 4, don't we?
5. Because there's 2 from Horror and there's 3, isn't there?
Oh,
4. Sorry, you're right. Yep, yeah, there is 6. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah.
So I feel like we should have one of them back there for the cold.
Yeah.
So we've got Mercedes with her dog. We've got one of the stewardesses. I'm going to say one of the stewardesses from Horror rather than just to make it line
just to
up.
Balance it out. Yep, that's fine.
And then who else did we say we had?
2 kids.
the two kids, and someone else.
We didn't say anybody else, but we've still got Mum and her baby in peril, haven't we?
Yeah, but she's sort of in the middle of things, isn't she?
She goes forward.
Yeah.
This is going to change things because it's her that sucks the poison out of the little girl, of the little boy.
But that's later.
Yes, yeah.
It's later after everybody gets up to the front.
Yeah, that's true. So that will all go the same. But yes, so they're stuck at the back, and again, the snakes are moving away from them. They can see that. So we can get the stewardesses going down. No.
All right, for starters,
Hang on.
let's talk about what condition things are at the back. Obviously, they're getting cold. I mean, are we at the point where the wind is blowing up from the dumb waiter, or is it? Are we getting ahead of ourselves?
We're getting close to that, because that really starts when it starts properly when the captain and that go down into the hold to have a look. But obviously, we're not going to get that here. That's why I'm thinking maybe we should replace that with one of them goes down.
So it would be the stewardess, because obviously it's her job,
and probably kickboxing guy.
Yes.
He's the only guy down that we've put down that end.
So they go down into the cargo hold and find everything all froze up. Do we think they go as far as opening the door?
Could. Oh no, because he's at the front. Sorry, I was going to say we could say Paul. The doctor's there, but no, he was at the front because of Sheila. So no, it can't be him. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
Do we think they go as far as opening up the doorway to the actual cargo hold, or no? I think they would. I think
they would. Yeah, I mean that would work because I think the stewardess would probably be going no because it's cold. She thinks there's been a blowout.
The kung fu kickboxing dude would be like no, we've got to be sure.
Exactly. She thinks there's been a blowout, so no, don't open the door. But there's no pressure there.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, there can't be, They open it, and that's when they find the dog.
Yes.
Maybe some frozen snakes as well.
Yes.
That's when you get the wind come through, so are we going to lose one of the stewardesses here as well? In the same way that we lost the engineer.
Might as well. Got spares.
Well, I mean, we could lose the stewardess, or we could lose kickboxing dude. Because, thinking back, he doesn't do anything else for the rest of the movie.
No, he doesn't. So he saves her.
Make him likeable.
Well, he's the one who insists on opening the door, so he goes first.
Yes.
So it is him that saves her.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, because it's made a bit later, we're probably making this on a slightly bigger budget as well. We can do the freezing effect a bit better. Almost having fall against something and part of his arm drops off like he's been doused in like liquid nitrogen, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really reinforce the frozen part. Yeah.
So she screams, and then you get the bit where they have to try and pull her out of the thing, and then you get the wind starts coming through. Oh no, because they seal the door at that point, don't they? But it still starts rumbling and stuff inside.
That's when it starts ripping up through the floor and shit.
Yes, yeah, and you get all of that. I know they kind of just made it look like pea soup, but again, we could do a bit more with that, with the effects. This horrible mould that starts kind of spreading up the walls and stuff over the windows.
Yeah, well, this is the 90s that we're doing it in, so we've got much better effects to play around with.
Yeah, so they're like, shit, are we safe here? Do we need to get forward?
Well, I think they have to.
Yeah.
Because so the wind is kind of coming up through the floor, and it's like they're trapped between the snakes and freezing, but they have to do something. Do you think we should lose another one?
So here we got Sin's hostess.
I'm thinking we should lose another one on the way back to the front.
Yes, because we could time that with Lin Shay coming back to get the mum.
Yes.
So they meet and they all move forward.
I agree with that.
Yeah, okay. So who are we going to lose? We've got stewardess, we've got Mercedes, we've got the two kids.
Mm-hmm. And the dog.
We're going to lose somebody.
One of the baddies?
We lose the older kid, because we would have already played out an equivalent of the bit where he goes, well, I'm supposed to protect my sister. So he gets his chance to do that, getting forward.
Okay, I'm going to say yes, but I will point out that at the end, it's his picture that tells everybody what his brother's poisoned with. I'm not saying no. Because this is a different movie. It doesn't have to end happy. It does not have to end happy. It can end any way we want it to.
Just no bad guys to kill him.
I think what we might have to do in this case then is we throw in random spod who would have been killed in the original version of that, who's at the back as well, who gets killed when they move forward.
Okay, although technically we didn't have that other person there. That's a because movie.
I'm backtracking a bit and saying, well, let's just move him there.
Yeah. So
unless there's anybody from the cast of Horror at 37,000 Feet that we want to put back there to get rid of them.
I would have been tempted to put the Doctor there.
Yes, that's what I thought, but then I thought, no, we can't, because he would have had to be at the front to see to Sheila, unless we were saying that he doesn't know about it. He was in the toilet at the time.
Remember, Girl with Baby is the one who knows about venom bites?
No, Sheila, who when she has a seizure in the original version of Horror.
Yeah, but that's already happened.
Yes, But that's what I'm saying. Dr. Kimbala goes and treats her.
Yes.
Because of what happens in this, he wouldn't have had time to go back because shit all kicks off almost immediately afterwards. So he would have been at the front already.
He's played his primary role. What do you think?
No, I agree.
Okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. I was just making sure that we're happy with it logistically.
Because also that allows the young woman with the baby to stand out, which she deserves to do. Like the fact that she knew what to do with the bite and everything.
Okay.
And also,
I'd say
British
God
doctor. What is a British doctor going to know about snake bites?
Have another one?
What?
How could you, is it not in your...
It's in my bag.
Ah,
It's in my bag.
never mind.
I'll get it out shortly. I promise. I promise, folks. I promise. I will do it.
Let's move on. We're going to move on. So we get rid of the doctor there. He saves the kids or something.
Yes.
Balance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gets up to the front.
Not bad.
So we've got everybody in one place now.
We do. Again, Shatner pissing everybody off. Although he does have that wonderful line.
But it will amuse me to think of all of you back here worrying about your lives as though they were of some importance.
Good line.
It is a good line.
It is a pretty good one. It makes sense in context of this film as well as the other film.
It does.
So we should definitely have it in there somewhere.
Yeah. So what we haven't done yet, because obviously within all of this, Samuel L. Jackson's buddy will get killed.
Mm.
But obviously we should really have some kind of standoff between Sam Jackson and Shatner.
I was
With a
thinking.
purple lightsaber?
I was thinking. Once we get everybody up to the front, that's when. What's his name? Not Sheila. The creepy lady,
Mrs. Pinder.
Mrs. Pinder. That's when she speaks up. I know what this is about. Don't you understand, you fools? Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Which causes Shatner to speak out, which then causes confrontation between Shatner and
Jackson. Fantastic. I
about
love it.
what they believe.
Yeah. So should we say that it's his mate who's got the attaché case with all of the evidence handcuffed to himself?
Yeah.
So he's now got a body of his friend with the briefcase. I mean, they've probably got a key somewhere, but...
That feels like a complication that we don't need.
Okay.
I mean, we've
got enough.
We've got a bunch of stuff.
Keep it simple.
Speaking of which, we've got to keep the pressure on. This is an action horror film.
It is an action horror film.
In the movie, this is when they start sneaking through the things and they have to start using fire extinguishers and shit like that to stop them from coming through.
Yeah, that's sort of towards the end of the act, isn't it? Because you get the bit with the plane. So obviously we've still got two pilots. Not saying that we can't have the bit where the plane dips down towards the water.
You're right, we have been totally ignoring the pilots. We need to fuck with them.
Yes, we do.
More snakes through the dashboard? What do you think?
I think we should play up, like at the beginning of Horror at 37,000 Feet, there's that moment where the cabin just the temperature drops.
Oh, so everything freezes.
So everything freezes in the cabin.
And they can't see where they were going and all the instruments are frozen so they can't
So
flip
they
the
drop,
switch.
yeah, and so, yeah.
So it's frozen snakes.
Yeah. Not frozen snake, it's just the temperature in the cabin just drops.
Okay.
And all the windscreen and everything just mist or just ices over. Maybe one of them has to go down to crank up the heating in there to try and combat it or something.
All right, no, that's brilliant. So everything freezes up, all the instrumentation goes wrong, the ship plummets, the barricade that they've made falls and tumbles.
Yeah, because I was wondering if at some point we could do something with the barricades with the wind as it comes up, knocking into the barricade, but that's better.
Well, it's obviously, this doesn't apply to what we're doing, but in the original movie, I kind of thought in Snakes on a Plane that it was around about the point that they run upstairs and use the safety raft, the life raft to plug it off. That felt like it was kind of a break.
It was, yeah, because that's just after they do the dive and they pull out of it.
Yeah.
So it's a nice change in act, so that looks about right. I'd agree with that. What I did think was because you've got, again, all the cold coming from the altar, when you got that shot from outside of the plane just skimming the sea level,
There's
just like a
The
layer
waves
of
freeze.
ice. Yeah.
The waves freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. That's nice. Yeah, I like that.
But that seems to be a good point to call it for the end of this one.
I mean, it'll be more complicated. It'll be like in the film, like everybody tries to struggle to get upstairs, and at some point the railings collapse and people fall down, and more people get attacked by snakes.
Yeah, so we can coincide all of this action at the start of it is everybody arguing downstairs. You start getting, I didn't catch her name, but Shatner's missus starts going on about making a sacrifice.
Yes,
Mrs. Kovalik.
Again, I don't know whether they're actually married or if it's just his...
I assumed it was.
You know, one of the things I always loved about that is that if you look at the way she's dressed very much like a hippie of the era would have been.
Yeah.
So she looks like she should be that hippie person, but she's the one who's all like, burn them, burn them.
But that might be interesting when we get into Act 3, because they're going to say, oh, it's Sheila that they want. Obviously, you got the thing with the doll, but she's got a baby. What's more innocent than a baby?
That's going to go dark. That's going to go dark. I see what you're saying. Ooh, folks, come back next time to find out.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we're going to leave it there, and we will be back next Friday with our finale our finale for the month. Don't forget to obviously check out the poll and throw your votes. And oh yes, that's the other thing I should have mentioned. I meant to do this at the beginning. I do apologise. For those of you who are new to the show, what we tend to do is we will do 5 months, and then to avoid the dreaded burnout, we will take a month off. So next week will be our final episode until the beginning of August. Just as a quick reminder, and I will remind you next week as well. But until then, please do have a wonderful weekend. Have a brilliant start to next week. We will see you next Friday, and bye-bye.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Bye-bye.
Ba 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 ba.